With Ampt, developers use their local IDE and a lightweight CLI to connect to a completely isolated, high-fidelity cloud sandbox for every app they work on. Each environment has its own unique URL, CDN for serving static assets, and cloud resources for building dynamic applications, so developers don't need to worry about resource contention or conflicting with other team members. Then, they just write application code using their favorite libraries, API routers, and full-stack frameworks, all of which AI coding assistants are well trained on, speeding up the development process even more. Changes are synced and deployed instantly, giving developers a blazing fast feedback loop using actual cloud resources in an environment with production parity. No more local emulation or complex tooling to set up, and most importantly, no more surprise production bugs. When ready to get feedback on their work, developers can create isolated preview environments directly from their CLI with just a single command. This makes it incredibly easy to snapshot progress, including any test data or assets, and share it with team members and stakeholders without blocking workflows or impacting velocity. And if enabled by administrators, developers can just as easily push changes directly to production environments. Ampt also supports fully automated deployment workflows that connect with code repositories like GitHub. This gives teams a built-in CI/CD solution complete with isolated preview environments on every pull request, test runner integration, and much more. In just a few moments, developers have deployed a fully managed, global-scale application directly on AWS without ever having to think about complicated configurations or managing infrastructure. Getting started with Ampt is incredibly easy, but our developer experience for building, managing, and scaling production apps in the cloud is what really makes Ampt shine. The Ampt SDK provides familiar, highly accessible interfaces that lets developers of any skill level schedule and run tasks, send and process events, read, write, and react to files, enable WebSockets, and so much more. Ampt also gives developers powerful modules for building data-driven applications using NoSQL or Postgres, and an AI module that provides out-of-the-box GenAI support for interacting with LLMs, generating images, translating text, and more, all with just a few lines of code. Plus, Ampt lets developers securely integrate with any third-party service or API using Ampt's built-in, highly versatile secrets manager. If teams are creating full-stack web applications on AWS, then Ampt not only makes it incredibly easy to deploy and manage completely serverless, event-driven backends, but also provides powerful workflows that supercharge the full-stack developer experience. Ampt integrates directly with each framework's local dev server, giving front-end developers the super-fast visual feedback loop they're used to, plus the full power of their cloud sandbox right in their local workspace. For example, developers can import test data with a simple CLI command and immediately bring an application to life. Interact, iterate, and innovate in a fully isolated development environment with real-time logs, then reset state by simply running the import command again. No complex tooling or scripts, just baked-in efficiencies for every developer. And with Ampt, all back-end code changes are synced and testable in less than a second. Update an API response used by the front end, and experience full-stack iterations faster than ever before. Every app you build is easily managed with the Ampt dashboard. Each environment gives developers a detailed overview of their application and lets them manage data and storage, view task lifecycle histories, debug applications with aggregated logs, view performance metrics, and configure application parameters. And with built-in user and access management, AWS region selection, and Git integration tools, teams get a single pane of glass to take full control of their cloud workloads.